People's Democratic Party leadership crisis heightens as members bicker. The battle for the soul of the party continues, but security operatives continue to lay siege on the party's headquarters in Abuja as it remains under lock and key, locked out and divided. That is the situation with the PDP. That's a focus on the program. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. I'm Sheon Wakimbale, and this is Politics Today live on Channels Television. We're reaching you from our global headquarters in Lagos. Many thanks for joining in on the program. There you see Oshibajo, that's the Nigeria's Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, is in Lagos, an official visit to the state, but he's representing the President Muhammadu Buhari, who on the eve of the visit said he wouldn't be able to make it. The Vice President has been involved in series of tape cutting and project launching of some of the achievements of the Ambode-led Lagos government. The Vice President is in town. So much of tape cutting and project launching that we've seen today in Lagos. Well then, let's now bring you some of the political stories we're following right now.
Here are your top political stories this time.
For a second day running, the popular Wadata House, the National Secretariat of Nigeria's major opposition party, the People's Democratic Party, remains sealed, with armed police officers laying siege to the Secretariat in Abuja. The closure of the building is perhaps a fallout of the parallel conventions the party held on Saturday in Abuja and Port Harcourt, which divided the party into different factions. However, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Solomon Orase, says police officers were deployed to the party secretariat to prevent breakdown of law and order. In a press release signed by the police public relations officer, intelligence report at their disposal indicate that some aggrieved factional leaders of the party are planning to invade the secretariat with political thugs. And more leaders of the PDP are speaking out on the removal of Senator Ali Modu-Sheriff as the PDP chairman and the dissolution of the party's National Working Committee, a fallout of the Port Harcourt convention of the party. This time, the Ekiti State Governor, Mr. Ayodele Fayose, says Senator Ali Modu-Sheriff led National Working Committee of the party was dissolved and caretaker committee appointed at the last Saturday's National Convention held in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, to save the party. Mr. Fayose says, "We cannot sacrifice the party for any individual. To me, the general interest of the party overrides that of any individual, and there is no way I can stand in support of any plan to sacrifice the party for any individual. Anyone whose ambition threatens the collective interest of the party should be removed to save the party, and that's exactly what we've done." He may be one of those who spoke loudly against the removal of fuel subsidy in 2012, but now he's given reasons why it's important to consider the deregulation of the sector. The governor of Edo State, Adams Oshomole, has been speaking on why he supported the decision of the federal government on the new price of petrol. At a forum in the state, Oshomole says the situation where half of the nation's earnings are spent on subsidizing petrol is no longer tenable because the fundamentals as well as the economic indices are now different from what obtained some years ago.
If we spend all our money, half of it in subsidy, when we drink petrol without vehicle on which to ride, It simply doesn't make sense anymore.
Freedom is golden. That is perhaps the case for the now free chieftains of the All Progressives Congress in Kwara State. The chairman of the party in the state, Mr. Balogun Fulani Shola, and his secretary, Olabode Adekoye, were last week freed from their kidnappers. The duo are visiting the Emir of Ilori, Zulu Gambari, where they showed huge gratitude to God for the safety of their lives after the deadly ordeal. The APC chiefs then visited the governor of the state, Abdul Fattah Ahmed.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.
Well, thank you for staying with us. Now we're keeping tabs on the security situation at the headquarters of the PDP in Abuja, where security operatives are keeping vigil there. The party's office is sealed and no one is allowed to go into the building. The police authorities have said the reason is to secure the property from suspected violent people. Well, of course, the emergence of the members of the PDP caretaker committee is still being trailed with loads of controversy. Senator Modu-Sheriff has said the Port Harcourt Convention is illegal. It is the convention which birthed the committee, where the committee is expected to midwife a new leadership of the party and is expected to stay in office for about 3 months or so.